The likes of ActionSA, PA, yes, by bua taba ya foreigner, but
no action.
Aye, man. Man. You know, they can scream all loud or Abahambe, election say your name is but the hair as about Bastrata about Bastrata. You can call us all names, but we do things, we make things happen. I don't like talking about PA, hey. I think the biggest mistake was that we trusted them and we had that gentleman agreement. After elections. Babalia, some of them changed numbers. Rikopani Likeni in a funeral, Bloemfontein, he literally left the funeral Harbona. PA and Dudula, there is no more relationship.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to a deeply uncomfortable but important conversation from the Politically Incorrect podcast hosted by Mashiane. In this episode, he sat down with Operation Dudula President Zandile Dabula, who finally opened up about what really happened between Operation Dudula and the Patriotic Alliance. She also unpacked her thoughts on ActionSA, the fight against illegal immigration, and the failures of police and political parties in South Africa. What follows is raw, revealing, and frankly concerning. Let's unpack everything.
Political parties like ActionSA and Patriotic Alliance do what you guys do. Any chances of working together? We're going to 2026 local government elections. Just talk about the politics of all of these things and close it for me.
So today, through Ntlantam Corners, we got all the answers. I mean, there's a show called X-Deport that's playing Komoja Love. The police are literally denying Hutusa, you know, with dealing with. So, ikara how toucha the drugs, utacha tabayama foreigner. Hey, you're on the wrong side, and you will be sidelined, and they'll make sure they deal with you decisively. The likes of ActionSA, PA, yes, by bua tabayama foreigner, but
no action.
Aye, man. Man. You know, they can scream all loud or Abahambe, election say your name is I say bua. The way, you know, the reason why patriots never that the Mashaba is because at that time, I think it was 2020 or during COVID, Onaibu this thing, Yama foreigner, and how he wanted to clean the cities and all that. But he toned down, and he, like drastically, he toned down even his own members, Babona, or I, Ntate Garutoni let down. But hey, as about Bastrata, you can call us all names, but we do things, we make things happen. But we understand maybe I don't know, maybe culture yabona. Each and every house has their own culture. Maybe culture yabona. On the other hand, PA, I don't like talking about PA. Hey, I'm sure you would have known. You'd know that we voted with them last year for national ballot.
Now you were cut out.
Yes, we were cut out.
Yes.
We now started engaging different parties because there was UDM, there was Patriotic Alliance, and other people suggested PA, ActionSA, you know, so we had different options. But most of our members, because Runa, we listen. I get we are leading people, but yes, they felt very strong where we needed to go only PA because PA ibua language yaron. Ne? And at that time, language and they felt strong. Let's vote with PA, give PA the powers. And then we went to PA, and you know, we had that agreement. I think the biggest mistake was that we trusted them and we had that gentleman agreement. But one of our legal team, there's a patriot when we sealed this thing to say, you know what, we're voting with you. So with every 10 seats that we get, you give Dudula 5. 5 seats, you give Dudula 1. We get 10 seats, you give Dudula 2. It was an agreement. We were all happy. Because the ground was fertile. We went on national television. We announced we are voting with Patriotic Alliance. I mean, the world was happy. I mean, the country was happy. Okay, at least they're collaborating, and everyone is excited. So people went to go and vote PA
all over
through all ballots. But here we were happy, I get it, because we thought we were working together. Tsotsi after elections, Babalia, some of them changed numbers. Rikopani le Kenny in a funeral ko Bloemfontein. He literally left the funeral haribona. So till today, because every time when you try to engage them, they're like, we'll come back, we're busy, what. But we've learned, okay, they will not do it. And we left it as is. But we probably a media briefing to actually talk about our relationship, because I carry when we had a joint thing, we went on public, public, or we are working together. That's why today, you'd see them posting on the social media platforms, PA and Dudula. It's not like that. They've done us wrong. And for me, I want to remove them completely, because they lied to communities. People were happy because of our relationship, but they ruined all of that, because I feel scam these guys. Today they no longer talk about Abahambe. You only see that one lady, Victoria Africa. She's a patriot, that one. I can safely say she's in the wrong space. She deserves to be somewhere better with people that will allow her to fly, because she's good, that lady. She's always been working with us. But yeah, we will not have joint operations libona really too. Yes, maybe highly something that involves everybody, yes, but to say that PA and Dudula, there is no more relationship. So we won't work with them. And unfortunately, we're going to fight our own battle, because we know how to do it, and we've always done it the best way we know how.
Mashiane began by asking Zandile about the 2026 elections and whether movements like Dudula would work with parties like ActionSA or the PA. Zandile didn't hold back. She accused ActionSA of losing momentum and credibility, especially after Herman Mashaba toned down on illegal immigration. She claims that while they once respected Mashaba for his vocal opposition to hijacked buildings and criminal foreigners, he is now too soft. She also criticized the fact that ActionSA doesn't really have boots on the ground. They're not visible in the streets the way Dudula is, she said. And then came the bombshell, her accusations about the Patriotic Alliance. Zandile revealed that Operation Dudula had a gentleman's agreement with the PA ahead of the national elections. Because Dudula wasn't on the ballot, they agreed to support PA publicly in exchange for parliamentary seats. The agreement, according to her, was 1 seat for every 5 the PA won. But after the election, nothing. She claims phone numbers were changed and PA leaders started ignoring them. At a funeral, Kenigunene allegedly walked away just to avoid facing them. Zandile went on to label PA's leadership as Tsotsis, criminals who can't be trusted. And if what she's saying is true, then this is a major political betrayal. Now, let's be honest, this is very difficult to hear. It feels like watching family members fighting in public. Because let's not pretend, PA, ActionSA and Operation Dudula all share a lot of overlapping support. They all draw from the same pool of South Africans who are fed up with lawlessness, illegal immigration and ANC corruption. What makes this clash so tragic is that these are groups who should be on the same side. But this alleged betrayal is breaking trust. Zandile says they supported PA on national TV, mobilized voters, and gave the party massive grassroots support. And in return, they got silence and avoidance. If this is true, then it's not just bad politics from the PA, it's dishonesty. But let's try and be balanced, because we haven't heard the PA's side of this story. And like Zandile said, they've yet to hold an official press briefing yet. In any case, her account of this issue raises tough questions. Can the PA be trusted with alliances? If they break promises to partners, what about the promises they made to the people? Will they keep them? Zandile's accusations bring us back to a very old, very uncomfortable question. Can leaders with criminal records be trusted? Because remember, the PA was founded by convicted criminals Gayton McKenzie and Kenny Kunene. And for many people, this is a huge red flag. Others, on the other hand, say that these two have served their time. They're now reformed and they've come back to uplift their communities. So who's right? Now let's be fair. South African politics is full of questionable characters. We have presidents hiding money in couches, leaders accused of rape, corruption, state capture, yet never convicted. In that context, maybe people respect that PA's founders owned their past and served their time. But the question isn't just about the past, it's about the present. If they betrayed Dudula, as Zandile alleges, then that speaks more to their character today than any conviction from decades ago. Another major concern Zandile raised is that she believes that the Abahambe movement is slowly beginning to fade inside the PA. Now this is where things get tricky, because on the surface, the PA is still very vocal about putting South Africans first. Gayton McKenzie still makes speeches, he still posts online, and he still talks tough. But Zandile's argument is that speeches are not enough. And you know what? She has a point. Let's look at the recent budget votes. The PA has consistently criticized departments like health, education, and home affairs. Then right after they criticize these budgets, they go on to vote in favor of them. The reasoning they always provide is that they're a responsible member of the GNU and they don't want to delay services. Okay, fine, that's a valid point, but it does raise a question. Are they just playing a political game now? Are the blue lights too blinding? Because if we start accepting bad budgets for the sake of appearances, then are we still the opposition or are we the new enablers? This is not just about the PA, it's a warning for anyone who may one day sit in the GNU. Because what happens when you're the one holding the blue lights then? Will you remember the people? Now, I want to be very honest. This video today is not about taking sides. It's about telling the truth and asking the questions many are afraid to ask. Zandile Dabula may have made some strong, even emotional claims, but the root of her frustration is something many South Africans feel. We are tired of broken promises. We are tired of leaders saying all the right things but failing to do the right things. We are tired of being used as stepping stones for people to climb their way to comfort, then forget we exist. Operation Dudula, ActionSA, PA, these are all different vehicles. But we need to ask, are they all headed to the same destination? Because if we don't unite around one shared mission, a future where South Africans are prioritized, then we all fail. We will never defeat corruption, illegal immigration, and economic sabotage as long as we are divided. The agents of destruction that we're fighting against thrive in chaos. But unity, that's our only strength. So to Zandile, to Gayton, and to Herman, we need you to rise above petty politics. The country needs grown men and women at the table because the house is burning, and if nothing is done about it, we will burn inside with it. You'll find the link to the full conversation between Mashiane and Dabula in the description box. Go check it out. Watch the video on your left to see MPs grilling the Minister of Justice over Mkwanazi's allegations. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Until next time.